Hello and welcome to The Lobby. Greece is in crisis and the Bank of England has slashed its growth forecast for the next 2 years. While unemployment has shown a slight drop, there have been accusations levelled at the business community that they're simply not working hard enough. One government minister even accused them of whinging. But is it? Lucy Capassi has been sounding out opinion in the Midlands.
These are some of the people who've been charged with firing up the economy. 3 Midlands businesses which have been surviving and growing despite the recession. The government says creating the right conditions for them to succeed is its top priority. But is it working? 3 years ago, Simon Jenner knew nothing about coffee other than that he liked drinking the stuff. Today, he and a business partner employ 16 people at 2 independent coffee shops in Birmingham. And this week, they began testing out a 3rd city centre location.
See the white lights and colour?
Yeah. Which one's selling?
He also works with technology startups and does believe it's people like himself who should be the ones kick-starting the economic recovery, but that the government isn't doing enough to help.
The UK economy probably wouldn't be in its situation it is if entrepreneurs were supported and there was a better culture of supporting of entrepreneurs. Currently the banking and lending and finding finance is almost impossible for an entrepreneur, and it's largely fallen to angel investors, etc., to help out entrepreneurs. But banks in sort of 24 months, I've not seen a single entrepreneur get a bank loan. What's hot at the moment? Are we selling more filter? Tax breaks obviously would be ideal, so looking at things like business rates for start-up businesses. Yes, we have some kind of reductions in business rates, but actually I think they should be wiped out for at least the first 12, 24 months. What we need to do is give a breathing gap to these young start-up companies to allow them to get off the ground and get moving, and then we can introduce the taxes once they're off the ground and they're revenue generating and profit making.
Stuart Gizzy has been manufacturing showers and plumbing equipment for a decade. He says while he has managed to grow the company of 39 people through recession, it's been incredibly difficult. And he's unimpressed with William Hague's call for bosses to work harder.
I don't know which companies Mr Hague refers to, but certainly not ours, and certainly not the people who I deal with and our customers. We've had no direction as far as things like solar is concerned. The government is not really sure what it wants to do with the housing industry. What we need is clarity. Business works on clarity, and that's a message to Mr Cameron, to Mr Hague and to Mr Clegg. They need to give us clarity. We don't need more and more and more legislation, we just need a clear guideline so we can make our own decisions with our own money and invest in Britain.
Greg MacDonald bought this tool-making and plastic moulding business in September 2010, soon after the factory had been virtually destroyed in a fire. He spent last year turning it around and exports to America, France and Ireland. He says he believes the onus is on company bosses like him to get on with things and make their own success, but that there are things the government can do to help.
Exchange rates, taxes on employing people, VAT, the higher the VAT, the more we're collecting for the government and passing on, so a greater role there. Red tape, you know, keep cutting it, but I don't really hang on their every word saying, thank God they're cutting red tape, because by the time we actually notice it, they're probably out of government.
Vince Cable said this week that there's no easy route out of the debris of a financial collapse. Businesses across the Midlands are only too aware of the challenges ahead.